But only the important thing is that it's not just about jazz music. It's about the theme night, which is Jazz Against Apartheid. And it's going to be a fabulous night. And the theme of this year goes along the lines of Beyond Exile. Can you give yourself and organizers, everyone around here, a round of applause to just kickstart this? All right, now when we talk about Jazz Against Apartheid, we're not just talking, as I said, about music. We are talking about connections that formed back then in the prior 1980s, and the center people being people like Lo Usingaye, Johnny Dyani, and some of his German friends, and he actually had connections all over, from German, Switzerland, Canada, all over the world. And one of the things we're actually talking about with Struan was that he had this ability to break barriers, to work with different people. Even when he left South Africa at the age of 17 into exile, he actually was able, even at home, to collaborate with people like Chris McGregor with the Blue Notes. So tonight we're celebrating that, and we're celebrating the work coming back as cultural memories in order to bring a legacy to not just this generation, but to the generation to come. Please give a round of applause for that. It's amazing. It's such an amazing thing. All right. And then coming to Usingaye, which is Johnny Dyani, who we're celebrating tonight, and we are celebrating the legacy of his work. As I said, he actually left South Africa at the age of 17 to go into exile. I'm just imagining that, and also one of the themes we're talking about was how he was such a prolific musician, a vocalist, a bassist, a pianist, who went out to risk it and just go and travel because of the passion he had for bringing an end to apartheid. But fortunately, his work was not centered on apartheid, as I said. It's centered around making connection to bring legacy to future generations. And so the Jazz Against Apartheid was actually first the show, because they had conceptualized, and the first show was in 1986 in October. And unfortunately, that's actually the year he died. And I was actually just laughing and thinking, this guy, I would have wanted this person to be one of my uncles, because just the radicalness and the joy he brings through not only listening to his music, but also listening and hearing his story. I mean, on that day, Ubabu Vusimkunu was also there. Who am I missing? Elizabeth, you were also there. You were not there? Oh, okay. My bad. And there's a poem here Ubamkunu recited on that day. I'm not going to recite it, but it's titled Famine. And this is the day he actually shouted, think, it's good for you. And he collapsed. And a few weeks later, he saw his demise. So this is really a special occasion. And I'd like to shout out to Ubabu Vusimkunu as well, because he did great work together with Professor Peggy Luswazi, and he's actually a poet and a cultural heritage practitioner, a filmmaker, and he was in exile for 16 years, and he did a lot of work in researching and cultivating a culture and a legacy. And I think one of the themes we should go away with this evening is that even the musicians here, Abos Pogazi, our lecturers, Osaki, are doing great work within the organization. I think the theme of this night really is creating a legacy. So I want us to give a round of applause to Utadu Vusimkunu. Thanks for present. And he is one of the forerunners of this movement. He's made great work. And in her absence, also Professor Peggy Luswazi, I'd like us to honor her because she's also doing remarkable work as social activist, a rural development practitioner, and she also sent her regards for tonight. Let's give her a round of applause in her absence. Also, an honor to Daniel Guggenheim, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, who's the artistic director. He'll also be coming into play with the international band, and he's also part of the organizing team. And also, I forgot to mention that Ubabu Vusi also is one of the South African directors. Struan Douglas is also one of Mqoquzeli who's been working hard at making sure this is a success. Won't you give them a round of applause? And also, last but not least, Elizabeth is also one of the German directors of the program. And yes, I mean, it started in 1986, but we get to see it manifest and come to fruition for the second year now in South Africa, especially in East London, because Ujoyni Dyani was exactly from here, Duncan Village, born and bred. Cool. And then I'm gonna introduce the band later. This is the Eastern Cape Band, ladies and gentlemen. I will introduce, and we're also braced by a Gauteng gentleman who plays the vibraphone. And I'm just gonna introduce them after they've done their set. So over to you guys.
You, my people, I can't wait to tell you. I have children, and it's such a thrill to feel that they're not only in my present day, a lot to tell you, my folks. My country's experience. I can't wait to tell you, my folks, that a man's believing in himself is a terrible expression over here. One time I did not dream. One time I did not dream, but suddenly I felt I was being buried alive. That is a great cost of uneasiness, a great cost of uneasiness to one's feeling deeply and to really believe in. peace-loving man? Was I not a reasoning man? Oh yes, I was all these things. I was all these things my people talked and preached about. How can I disrespect my people? How can I disrespect my grandmother's teachings? How can I disrespect my people? I have a lot to tell you, my people.
All right. Speak about grandmother's teachings. We've got a wonderful lady in the house. I was just chatting to her. Her grandkids are actually sitting right behind Okawe. We honor you, Mama. Mama Nzigi Biko. Please give her a warm round of applause. And tomorrow is Utatu Biko's birthday. So there will be, I think the tourists will be having a tour and visiting all the crucial sites. And also I'd like to just take this moment to thank all the sponsors involved in allowing for this occasion to happen. Firstly, the Hessen Ministry, and then there's also the Protestant Church, ECDC, Eastern Cape Development Corporation, and Sesman Embassy, as well as right here where we are, creating and helping to bring about legacy, the Steve Biko Center. I want to give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. Okay, over to you, Ben.
Bayasibiza bathi masigoduke. Bayasibiza bathi masigoduke. Ngoba khona bayajabula abazali bam. Masigoduke, masigoduke. Siye Africa ekhaya. Oh, bayajabula, siyajabula ingane, siyajabula, siyajabula ingane, siyajabula. Namhlanje siyajabula. siyajabula namhlanje oh siyajabula namhlanje siyajabula namhlanje siyajabula namhlanje siyajabula aweyo weyo aweyo weyo aweyo weyo aweyo weyo aweyo weyo namhlanje siyajabula 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 namhlanje siyajabula
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a portrait of Tete by John Dyani. And now I want to take this opportunity to welcome Ulwanda Gogwana. He is a familiar name in East London, although he's not based here. He's a trumpeter, a composer, a musicologist, a trainer in music. Won't you give him a round of applause as he comes?
day is this day, my people. For now, realize, let the confusion take over. For all is alright now. One day is this day, my people. Remember the religion of Moses. Remember the religion of Islam. All who it is now was for us. And now we know. And now we know. We know.
Martha Mbuyaz on the voice. Dr. Samartin on piano. Ramlungi Sitekana on the double bass. Rapako on vibraphones. Sakino Pozolo on drums. Theo Mgaz on alto. Special guest, John Thomas Dyani. And also a special guest, Luanda Kokwan on trumpet. So we will be playing our last tune called Appear. Thank you so much.
Wow, wasn't that not exhilarating? Such high energy, such beautiful music. Well done, Eastern Cape Band, featured by Babungwako Manamela and Thomas Dyani. I see you ladies, hey? The drummer and the percussionist. I see you, I see you. All right, so Mama Biko, Professor Peggy keeps having form. Unfortunately, obviously she couldn't be here. She sends her love and greetings. Awesome. Right now, I'm gonna call up Elizabeth Ehon. And there's some words in German that I was like, I don't know if I can pronounce this. So she'll help me with pronouncing one of the words, conceptualizing, transferring of knowledge and skills to the next generation. And she will just give a brief background on just the initiative of Jazz Against Apartheid. Give it up for Elizabeth, everybody. Thank you.
I take your baby. Thank you very much. Thank you, first of all, Mrs. Biko. This is very amazing and very heartwarming for us to be here for the second time already. And so our thanks go first of all to you, and they go to all the others who supported us. Struan and Vusi, who were the Jazz Against Apartheid team here in South Africa. Let me give you a very, very brief introduction to Jazz Against Apartheid Germany, because I think it's necessary and good to know the background of what happens here. I am here because two people are not here, and I find that personally really sad. The one is Johnny Dyani, who died in 1986, after the first concert of Jazz Against Apartheid in Berlin. He collapsed afterwards, and a few days later he died in a hospital. The other one who founded Jazz Against Apartheid is Jürgen Leinhoos. He is by now 85. He turned 85 3 days ago. This is one reason why he can't make it. He is just a little bit too old, and I'm sure you understand that. So I'm his word of mouth? How do you call that? I don't know. So this is the two of them connected because as this little initiative that we are in Germany called Kultur im Ghetto, we plan and organize concerts that are not, in a German way, high culture. Yeah, we do it in places which are in churches, in unions, and in little joints and venues where jazz is the only place you can really hear it. Yeah, so Jazz Against Apartheid was founded because there was this anti-apartheid movement in Germany and in Europe, all over the world. And in 1986, Jürgen Leinhoos connected with Johnny Dyani. And they said they wanted to do something to support the anti-apartheid movement artistically. That was so very important. Not with words, but with the music, because you know how much it goes to the heart. It doesn't need only there. It needs the heart to be in a movement. So they started this. Unfortunately, Johnny died. But ever since then, the musicians Johnny had collected from all over the world, they decided, well, we keep going. I mean, we do this first tour that was planned. And the first tour started, the next year the second tour, then the next year the third tour, which meant that ever since 1986, almost annually, we did Jazz Against Apartheid concerts in Germany and in Switzerland, once even in the United States. And last year, for the very first time, a kind of homecoming here in South Africa, first in the Eastern Cape. This year we already, and we even were in Johannesburg, giving workshops, and that is an incredibly important part of this program. It's not just, I'm saying it quote unquote, not just the music that you listen to in concerts. It's the music that is transmitted by workshops. Because that way you learn the background and you can sometimes even individually on a one-to-one basis transmit the knowledge. And that, to the founder, to Jürgen Leinhus, was incredibly, incredibly important. So this is why we're doing concerts like this, but also workshops to disseminate the knowledge and to let it grow from here. I will give you one little quote from last year. We were at Gompo Art Center, and it was pouring rain. We hadn't previewed, well, but it happens. So then someone from the Gompo Art Center saw me smiling because I liked the whole atmosphere, what was going on so much. And he said that sentence, which I think describes very well what happens here right now. He said, someone who is smiling when it's raining has just put seeds in the ground. And I think this is exactly what happens here. When you listen to the Eastern Cape musicians playing his music, I think that's the best proof. I don't have to say anything else. I have a few other things here. I think I'll leave it. But one more thing I wanted to say is we have Wusi and we have Struun here. They formed this company with a funny name, Sausage Film Company. And you think, huh? What the heck is that? So they produce films, they produce free musical educational material. This is one of 3 volumes, and the last few days I was reading in them, and I discovered a very, very nice quote I would like to share. It says, the national anthem, Nkosi Sikelel' Afrika, was written for the collective of Africa during colonial days and was sung in languages of Botswana, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique. The South African national anthem has cut and pasted this with Die Stem van Zuid-Afrika. It's time for the poets to come together and write a national anthem that represents the spirit of the people of South Africa. And I must tell you, Jürgen Leinhus, who is not here because he's 85, he suggested something which I find very appropriate. He said, Song for Biko by Johnny Dyani should be the national anthem. Maybe you can pick it up. So enjoy the music, and thank you for having us here.
All right, thank you so much, Elizabeth. That was awesome. Speaking about books, actually, this also forms part of the launch of the John Dyani Songbook, and of which the aim is to actually introduce the music to schools as well as to universities. And so look out for that. It's going to be an amazing curriculum also for the generation to come. So we're going to welcome our international musicians now, but we are going to take a 10 to 15 minute interval while we wait for them to be set up. And then they're going to be ready to give us some great items. Awesome. Enjoy. All right, is everyone ready for the second installment of the show? Everybody back? All right, so I'm going to briefly introduce the international musicians. Starting on my far left, Utadu Claude Depa. Give him a round of applause. You're welcome. And then on percussion, as previously said, Thomas Dyani. And then we've got Christian Lillinger on drums. Mabungwago Manamela on vibraphone. And we're gonna have Utatu Lex Fuchane on bass. And And on saxophone, we're going to have Daniel Guggenheim. And also another vibraphonist, not least, but the last one is Christopher Dell. Awesome. Take it away. Enjoy.
do that? Never mind, it's fine. It's jazz.
So that was Mongolian Cry. We're going to play Lady Lincoln Mongolian. Beautiful.
want to tell you. In the 70s was this apartheid movement in Germany, and it's most famous for its boycott of fruits coming from South Africa. But what is lesser known is that this movement also was taking care of knowledge forms. And in 1978, the book, the collection of texts by Steve Biko, I Write What I Like, was published in London. And in the same year, in 78, the book was published, also financed by the Protestant church from that movement, Anti-apartheid movement in Germany. And it's called Ich schreibe, was mir passt. Means also I write what I like. And we had a very advanced religion teacher in religion at school. And so we all read this book. And ich schreibe, was mir passt. And for me at the time, as a boy, I was 12 years old, this was a revelation, because in school it was never talked about exploitation, it was never talked about the way people are dehumanized. It's never talked about the ruining of the planet, never talked about the problems, how we have to live together on the planet, and so on. And here I found all that in a very empowering way. And also one example that Steve Biko always gave for how to inhabit the planet together was jazz music. So I went on to play jazz music, and my parents didn't like that at all. And then I said to them, I play what I like. And I lived in many different places all over the world, and things went and came, but this book always stayed with me ever since. And yeah, for me it's just unbelievable that I can now play in Steve Biko Center after all. It's great. We play this tune, Song for Biko by Johnny. Thank you.
Caught. Now is Mandela, right? And then after that is what? Great.
No, okay, we're gonna change the scene a little bit. And this next tune is called Open Ballad to Mandela. So now, again, we changed the whole thing completely. This is another side of Johnny Dyani's compositions, and this one is called Kipiology. theology. Pretty wild, probably. So, we're gonna play the last tune for this band today. Afterwards, we'll join a lot of people that played before, probably some others. So, thank you for coming and being here and support us so much. Thank you. So, this last tune is called Portrait of Musa, and Thomas will open it up for us.
extraordinary. I mean, what did you think about Kipiology? The second last song, it was just amazing. All right, reintroducing the band before we bring everyone to join in the big ensemble. Again, on trumpet, but Claude Depa on trumpet. Thank you. I saw you, Panzula Day. I saw those moves. I saw you. All right. Thomas Dyani on percussion once again. Daniel Gergenheim on saxophone. Umabulex Puchane on the bass, double bass. Christian Lillinger on drums. What is it about with like drums and percussion with you ladies? All right. Ubabu Mahwanye Manamela. So Mahwanye Manamela. Thank you. Last but not least, Christopher Della on vibraphone. Well done. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So we're gonna call the big band. Well, it's going to be the big band. Eastern Cape musicians, please come on. And while they set up, you can chat among yourselves. Yeah, give it up once again for the international band.
One song, then
next tune we're gonna play is called Kalahari. was Kalihari. We're gonna finish the concerts with a tune that is called Wish You Sunshine. And for Wish You Sunshine, we'd like to have on stage our singers. So that will be beautiful.
I wish you all sunshine all the time. I wish someday you'll understand the pain my people have suffered.
I wish you all the sunshine all the time. I wish someday you'll understand the pain my understand the pain my people have suffered. I wish you all a sunshine, Lord, all the time. I wish someday you'll understand the pain my people have suffered.
Good to go. Wow, thank you very much, band. Once again, I'm gonna reintroduce everyone. Far left, Chester Samatin on keys. Sipokazi Ngokolo Billy on vocals. Neatia Mbuyazwe on vocals again. Once again, Thomas Dyani. Utatu Claude Depa on trumpet. Dadu Lex Ruchane, double bass. Our special guest, Luanda Gogwana on trumpet. Again, Daniel Gergenheim on saxophone. Saki Nombozolo. And Christian Lillinger. All right. Also wants to bring a thanks to Nwako Manamel. Babu Nwako Manamela on vibraphone. Thank you. As well as Christopher Dale. Thank you so much. Oh, there we go. Theo Ngaza on saxophone as well. He's actually the youngest member of the band. He's only 19. Amazing stuff. And I think some people have run away. But also to just wrap up the night, I'd also like to thank once again the Hessen Ministry, the Protestant Church, ECDC, Eastern Cape Development Corporation, the German Embassy, Steve Biko Center, as well as the the Biko family. Thank you very much for bracing us with your presence. Once again, Otadu Vusim Kunu, the sound team, lighting, camera, everyone who made this possible, as well as Bruce Water, who's heading up the facilities for Ubiko Center. Won't you give everyone, this has been such a successful event because of that. I would also like to say a shout out to Elizabeth Ehorn. Thank you very much. Guys, Nangut Kawe. Kawe guys, also part of the organizers. Thank you very much. Cameras, we've already thanked you. Thank you, everyone. Have a great, great evening. Now, is that ankle? Sorry, guys. Very sorry. But what you can do is also, in any way you can, invest in the arts in the Eastern Cape, in what the movement is trying to do. You know, get involved. Where there's shows about Johnny Dyani, go for it. And I'm also, even when they were playing Kipiology, I was just imagining a first year or second year student just sitting there trying to analyze musically this music. It's rich, it's got layers, and it's amazing because that's also what Johnny Dyani played. Is actually also Western music, yes, but also fundamentally Xhosa folk music. So please be supportive of it. It's coming as a wave of transformation within the jazz scene in the Eastern Cape. All right, so now I'm gonna hand over. I think my job is done here. Struan Douglas is also gonna send a few shout outs and thank everyone and finish off where I haven't reached. Thank you very much for being cooperative tonight. Nombasa Matoko, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, and a special thank you to the MC tonight, Nombasa. Superb on the mic. Everyone superb. Thank you to all of you for making this possible. You know, finally, it is a German-South African collaboration, so the great work of Jürgen Leinos back in Germany to make this possible. We really could not be doing any kind of skills exchange without the cultural exchange of our friends abroad and our friends back home. Safe home, everyone. Thank you very much.